Galvantula EX is one of the free decks you can get right now in Pokemon TCG Live, at least at the time of the recording of this video. It is the Premium Battle Pass deck, and as I always say, the Premium Battle Pass is always worth unlocking. And Galvantula EX is a very cool card with some interesting moves, and today we are going to upgrade the Galvantula deck that you get in Pokemon TCG Live with some other cards that will make it even stronger. And if you play in person, maybe you'll want to use this list to bring your Galvantula deck to the next level. I'm Jet from inthirdperson.com. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's talk about Galvantula EX with its new partner in the deck, Blissey, which I think also comes in the Battle Pass if you get to a certain level. But let's go and start with Galvantula EX. It is a lightning Pokemon with 260 HP, and it's got 2 attacks. Its charged web attack for a lightning and a colorless does 110 damage, and if your opponent's active Pokemon is a Pokemon EX or Pokemon V, this attack does 110 more damage. It's going to be enough to one-shot a lot of basic EXs and Vs, but you're not going to be able to take out some of the tankier EXs like your Roaring Moon, Iron Hands, and Raging Bolt, which is annoying to say the least. But 220 damage for only 2 energy is pretty good, and we only have to evolve up 1 stage, so it's pretty easy to set up. And then its second attack, which I think is the attack with the most potential here, Fulgurite for grass, lightning, and fighting, does 180 damage. You have to discard all the energy off of this Pokemon, but on your opponent's next turn, they can't play any item cards. Now, 180 damage, it's not the best. You will be able to one-shot stuff like a Squawkabilly, like multi-prize Pokemon like a Squawkabilly or a Luminion. You will one-shot stuff that's weak to lightning like a Lugia V-Star or a Palkia V-Star, which has come up, and then you're also item locking them as well. So definitely some potential with this attack. The big question is, how do you keep the energy on there to repeatedly chain this attack? But thankfully, there is a lot of support in the deck to keep that attack rolling across multiple turns, one of which is Blissey EX. It has the Happy Switch ability, where once during your turn, you may move a basic energy from one of your Pokemon to another of your Pokemon. So you can just move energy off of your Blissey or any of your colorless Pokemon, which you're going to be powering up with Glass Trumpet, where if you've got a Terra Pokemon in play, you can choose 2 of your benched colorless Pokemon and attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to each of them. So with Blissey, you'll play the Trumpet, put energy on your colorless Pokemon, and then Blissey moves it over to the Galvantula. And that's going to be one of the ways that you keep energy on the Galvantula EX. We've also have Sparkling Crystal, which can reduce your attack cost by 1 basic energy, or like 1 energy, and that means you can do the attack with only 2 energy. And then we also have Crispin, where it lets you search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards, reveal them, and then put them into your, well, put one of them in your hand, and then the other one goes onto one of your Pokemon. So between Crispin being able to attach an energy, attaching energy from hand, and then Blissey moving in energy, even without the Sparkling Crystal, you can chain Fulgurite over the course of multiple turns. So that's the general idea of the deck. Now let's go into the card counts here. We've got a 4/4 line. Well, we got 3 copies of the Joltik with the Jolting Charge Attack. For 1 colorless energy, you get to search your deck for 2 basic grass energy and 2 basic lightning energy and attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like and shuffle your deck. Absolutely amazing attack. You can get 2 other Joltiks on the board and then attach 2 energy to each of them, and then they're pretty much set for the rest of the game. Now, the awful part is that this one only has 30 HP, and Dragapult can just come in and take out 2 of them, which is awful. So we do have the 1 Joltik with the 40 HP here, which is a grass type, which doesn't really matter, but it is 40 HP, and that's going to make it harder for your opponent to take out 2 Joltiks at the same time if they are using that Dragapult attack. Now, we also have 1 copy of Galvantula from Shrouded Fable. This one has the attack Shocking Web for 1 grass and 1 colorless energy, does 50 damage. And if this Pokemon has any lightning energy attached, this attack does 80 more damage, so 130. And if your opponent's active Pokemon has an ability, you do another 50 damage. So 180 damage for a stage 1 with only 2 energy. That's great, but the biggest thing is that because it's a grass Pokemon, you hit Charizard EX for weakness, so you'll just one-shot a Charizard EX, which is really nice because this Galvantula doesn't have the firepower to take down a Charizard. For Blissies, we've got 2 Chansey and 2 Blissey. Now, there are multiple Blissies that have more HP than this one. This one's actually kind of maybe not the best one you could play because it's got 110 HP. The Kyurem attack can take these out, but I like this one in the sense that it has the lucky bonus ability where if you pick this up as a face down prize during your turn, you can flip a coin. If heads, you will put this onto your bench you'll put this onto your bench. Oh, if you put this on your bench, you can flip a coin. If heads, you just take an extra prize, which is fantastic. So I do love the gamble of it, but otherwise you might want the let's see which Chansey you might want to run instead. Any of the 120 HP ones. So maybe even the Chansey from Pokemon Go with 130 HP while you still have it. So those are some other options you have if you don't want to gamble. We do have a 1/1 line of Bidoof and Bibarel. The Bidoof is immune to damage done to this Pokemon by attacks, so Radiant Greninja cannot snipe this out. However, Dragapult can still take this down, which does suck. We do have the Bibarel to help draw cards. Now, I've kicked around the idea of possibly switching this with like a Greninja and Pheasantipity package, where Pheasantipity draws cards after one of your KOs. Greninja can discard an energy, draw 2 cards, and discarding energy is good in the sense that you can then reattach it with the Trumpet. For the time being, I've got the Bidoof Bibarel because we can cheat out the Bidoofs with Buddy Poffin, but if you switch those out with the Greninja Pheasantipity package or some other draw engine, I don't mind. Honestly, definitely try it out. And then we've got a 2/2 line of the Hoothoot and Noctowl. If you've got a Terra Pokemon in play, when you evolve up to Noctowl, you can then just grab 2 trainer cards of your choice. I keep making the mistake. I keep evolving into the Noctowl when Galvantula is not in play, so please keep that in mind before you play the Jewel Seeker Noctowl. For trainer cards, we've got 3 copies of Ultra Ball, discard 2 cards, grab a card of your choice, and put into your hand. Or grab a Pokemon of your choice, put into your hand. 3 copies of Nest Ball to get a basic down. 1 copy of Boss's Orders to gust an opposing bench Pokemon into the active. We've got 2 copies of Powerglass, where at the end of your turn, after your attack, if this card is attached in the active spot to the active Pokemon, you can attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to it. This is yet another way of keeping energy on the Galvantula so that it is easier to chain the item lock over and over again. 2 copies of Iono for hand disruption. Both players shuffle their hands, put it to the bottom of their deck, and then draw equal to the number of prize cards remaining. This can be incredibly deadly towards the end of the game, where you can disrupt your opponent's hand, give them like 2, maybe even 1 card, hit them with 180, and then item lock them. So now you've cut off a whole bunch of cards that they can't play on top of having a really short hand. So absolutely devastating combo there. 4 copies of Arven that grabs you an item and a tool, and there's a ton of great items in this deck and a ton of great tools as well. A couple of great tools. 1 copy of Professor Turo Scenario, where you get to put one of your Pokemon in play into your hand. This can be great for either getting a damaged Galvantula out of the board, but you could also, if you manage to get 2 Blissies or 2 Chanseys on the board and you only have 1 Blissey, you can use the Blissey's Happy Transfer ability, scoop up the Chansey and the Blissey, and then with the Blissey, put it on the other Chansey so that you can move another energy if it really came down to it. So some potential cool plays with Professor Turo Scenario. 1 copy of Area 0 Underdepths. We're not really a deck taking advantage of Area 0 in the sense that we don't really need all the spots, but you have a Terra, you can fill the bench up to 8, giving you more room for stuff like extra Joltiks to set up, or double Chansey, and even more room for another Hoothoot for potentially an explosive turn. 2 copies of Crispin lets you search your deck for 2 basic energy cards of different types, reveal them, and put them into your hand. You attach 1 to your Pokemon and then shuffle. Oh, you put 1 into your hand and then attach the other one to one of your Pokemon. Now, I've heard, this hasn't happened to me yet, you have to make sure you have energy of 2 different types in your hand on Pokemon TCG Live, because if you only have one, the first one will go into your hand, and then you don't get to attach on the following turn. So make sure you've got at least one of 2 different types so that you get the full effect of this card. You can't just take one energy and attach it to your Pokemon and then just be like, all right, I'm done. 4 copies of Glass Trumpet. If you've got a Terra Pokemon in play, choose up to 2 of your bench colorless Pokemon and attach a basic energy card to them. And you might attach it to Blissey specifically as a backup attacker. Most of the time you're attaching it to Blissey plus like your Bibarel or your Noctowl to eventually move it onto a Galvantula so that you can item lock over and over again. 4 copies of Buddy Poffin to get our basics down that have up to 70 HP. Awesome card, but you will not be able to bench a Chansey with this, so keep that in mind. 2 copies of Earthen Vessel. Discard a card, grab 2 energy, 2 basic energy of your choice from your deck and put them into your hand. And then Sparkling Crystal is our ace spec. With this attached to a Terra Pokemon, you get to reduce its attack cost by 1, which makes this cost of the Lightning, Grass, and Fighting that much more reasonable. Or even Charged Web, you can swing for 220 with only 1 energy, which is also awesome. And then for energy splits, we've got 5 copies of Lightning, 4 copies of Grass, and 3 copies of Fighting Energy. So this deck can go either first or second. I personally prefer to go first so that my opponent doesn't, like, I can lock out certain decks, like say a Charizard deck, for example, where they really want to play, they love to go second to get their board set up, and then on turn 2 they can play the rare candy. I like going first so that I have the best shot at item locking them on that second turn so that they can't set up. But if you do go second, you can use Joltik's Jolting Charge to flood your board with energy early. From there, you are using, like, you might be able to get away with Charged Web and either taking 2 shots on your opponent's Pokemon, or actually the Charged Web you really only want to use if you are one-shotting something like a Miraidon, a multi-price Pokemon, and you're not in position to item lock. Otherwise, you're taking 2 shots on pretty much anything in the game with either the Charged Web or the Fulgurite, so why not use the Fulgurite and get item lock as well? And in a pinch, Blissey can attack as well. Return for 3 colorless energy, does 180 damage, and you get to draw up to 6 cards. Really, you're here to move energy, but like out of desperation, this is not a bad attacker either. All right, let's get to these matches. We will be going first. I like the idea of getting the item lock off before they have an opportunity to take multiple turns. So give them 1 turn to set up and then lock them down before they can evolve or anything like that. So that's kind of the idea. A little bit of a bricked hand here, but we'll try again on this next one. I hope y'all are doing well. I wish I did. I think one of the things I need to keep in mind, like I'm recording this on my own time. It's super late at night, but I have a pocket of time here when it's just me. It's just like me talking about the game itself. And I would like to spend more time. Oh no. Oh no. We can get the Hoothoot down. We can get 2 energy on. Ooh, Score Bunny. Interesting. Okay. And I want... Powerglass would be nice, but, like, we don't have... I think we have to get... No, we can't get the... And we wait. We can get the Crispin going, and we can hit for 100 something. Yeah, we have to get the Hoothoot out. Or get the Noctowl out, and then we can yeet this hand. Although losing the Crispin does kind of suck. So let's see what our opponent's cooking here with. The Score Bunny can one-hit... Or the... What is that card? The... The other one can do 180. Uh-oh. They get themselves the Sparkling Crystal here. I don't know if they want to attach that right this second, though. Because, yeah, this is probably going to get blown out. They probably attach it to the one on the bench. But it does make me want to grab an Iono with the Noctowl. Oh, wait, that's... The Noctowl is not going to work. We have to get Galvantula out, so the Noctowl doesn't even work here. Ugh. That's lame. Interesting. Oh, they are... Oh, they could just knock us out here, right? If they flip heads, they do 40 damage, and then we're just done. Oh, they don't do it. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. So, we need to get rid of... I think we get rid of a Crispin, and... the Powerglass doesn't help us right this second. Doesn't help us right this second. Let's go and grab the Galvantula. Right. And then we go and... What do we grab here? Like, the Bidoof would be nice. Would it, though? Would it, though? Oh, let's get the Chansey out. Let's get the Chansey out. And let's go and play the Crispin, and we'll just go grab a smattering of energy here. I'm going to put one in my hand, and then we will attach the lightning to the Galvantula. We will take the KO here and grab a card, but our hand is pretty thin right now. Not a lot we can do, and we do have to be pretty horrified of the looming threat that is the Cinderace one-shotting this Galvantula. And we know they have the Sparkling Crystal in hand. If they get that play off, then we're kind of just dead. And putting up the score bunny is not a good sign for us. Let's see. Okay, they get out their Pheasantipity. Okay, here comes the Score Bunny. Radzard. Not sure I agree with benching Radzard this early. I mean, what's the plan? What's the plan? If we go Arven, what can we get with Arven right now? Because we could get, like, I want to get another energy here, which would be nice, and then item lock, at which point, wow, they're just going in. Okay. What is the... We get a second Arven. All right. We get that happy transfer, which is nice. Earthen Vessel, we kind of need. We need that. And then... Ooh, do we get the Powerglass now? Or do we... Sparkling Crystal... I think we go with the Sparkling Crystal now. Yeah. And let's hold off on the... Arven would be really nice here. If I get rid of the Glass Trumpet, though... Ooh, hold on. So we attach the Sparkling Crystal. Now we can item lock. And let's go and attach... Okay, I'll get rid of... Oh, hold on. Did we get rid of a Glass Trumpet already? No, we did not. Okay, we'll hold on to the Arven because that gives us a little more flexibility in what we grab. Let's go grab a Grass and a Lightning. And we'll attach the Grass to Blissey. And let's go 180, item lock. And they're going to have a hard time getting the Pidgeot or what is the second one? Oh, man, I cannot remember. Uh-oh. Are they going to blast right now? That would be kind of awful. Okay, 110. Oh, they can tank it. Oh, okay. If we get the Fulgurite off again. Okay, they play the Sparkling Crystal. That cuts down to 3. They still need to find the second fire energy. They can attach energy to the Score Bunny. Maybe energy switch? I don't know if they've got that play, though. I don't know if they have it like that. Let's see. Or are they just trying to tank the hit? My other concern... Yeah, if we Arven, what are we Arvening? Uh-oh. Yep, they've got it. They've got it. So they blast for 250 and they can't attack on the next turn. But... Yeah, Blissey not gonna be able to attack here. Like, not gonna be able to one-hit KO this Zard, which is horrifying. So... Ugh. Yeah, what a play. Heads up play on their part. And they have the energy cost. They don't even need the crystal at this point. So how do we... Oh, they're short. They're short. Okay. Fantastic. I thought they would have just like one-hit KO'd us, but because they have the crystal, they can't. All right. So let's go get the Joltik down. And let's go Happy Switch onto the Galvantula. And we can go and Trumpet. Glass Trumpet. And... Ooh. What helps us here? Glass Trumpet and... Like Ultra Ball to get the Noctowl, maybe? Or do we just take... Oh, it's item tool, so we have to take the Powerglass. All right. You know what? We have to... Let's attach 2. We get the lightning and the fighting. And let's go attach the lightning to the Galvantula. And I think the Powerglass is going to end up on the... It's probably going to end up on the Blissey. But let's go Fulgurite, 180. And they'll probably get the KO with the Score Bunny on the following turn, which is annoying. But we do get the Sparkling Crystal out of play on their end, and they'll knock it out of our hands as well. And Blissey could potentially help us stabilize here, right? They're still item locked. They're still item locked, so they're not making any rare candy plays. It's moments like this where I have a 1/1 Bibarel line in the deck right this second, but maybe we switch it for a Pheasantipity and something else. It's just easier to set up. Yeah, maybe it's a Greninja to get energy in the discard pile to then use the flute. Or the trumpet. Okay, let's see where they go. They're probably just going to quick attack, right? Yeah, Blissey could potentially help stabilize the deck. Swing it for 160, like take a KO here. And they're going to knock us out regardless. 10. But you did good, Galvantula. You did good. So hold the fort down. Blissey with the... We'll happy transfer from the Hoothoot to the Blissey. Swing for 160. And then we'll Powerglass here as well. So we can at least get some of that energy back. And what do we want in terms of another card? Maybe now it's time to get the Bidoof. And maybe the Bidoof will prove its worth here. Let's go get that Bidoof down. We will happy switch. And they're also losing a Defiance Band here as well, which is very nice. And we'll go return. And draw up 6, which is fantastic. We get to reset. There's the Bibarel. So maybe we keep the Bibarel around. Let's see. 2. And I don't think they can one-shot. Okay, yeah, we'll take the lightning energy here. And we can happy transfer to the Joltik. turn that into a Galvantula. Oh, yep, there we go. Okay, Pidgeot. They've got 17 cards in hand. Oh, and Score Bunny. All right. 280. Yeah, they are not one-shotting here. 180 to one of your Pokemon. So yeah, they do have Snipe. They do have Snipe if they can get a Fighting and a Dark. Let's see. I'm really interested in playing the Cinderace deck. Okay, they get the Radzard back, which is good. Okay, what are they putting down? Another Score Bunny. All right. Yeah, they're not... Even if they get the 2 Fire Energy right now, I don't know how they... Or 2 Colorless Energy. Like, they're still not one-shotting us. 180? What is... Rotom V is 10 short. Or like 10 above. So we're not going to be able to one-shot here. Hopefully they don't like hand disrupt us. That would suck. I wouldn't be surprised if we got hit with like... Oh, we can't get hit with Unfair Stamp. We can't get hit with Unfair Stamp because they don't have that. All right, there it is. So they're swinging for 260. That's fine. If we're in a spot where we can two-shot the Cinderace, like, we should still be fine, right? And yeah, we hold on to this boss and we should be good. $220. Yeah, potentially getting Galvantula set up so that it can one-shot this Pidgeot is, I think, where we want this to go. Now, the other thing, I think we got to set up another Blissey here, too. If possible. Okay, they're going to get their Radzard back. Not attacking with that right now, though. They'll probably want to retreat the Cinderace out on the following turn and swing with the Radzard. Okay, and they can grab another Cinderace with that Feather Ball. Really nice touch. And maybe they come in with the other Cinderace. So, they've got some options here. Oh, there's the Iono. That does suck. I really did not want that. We had the Bibarel in hand, and now we have a much worse card. Okay, so we can't get the... Oh, counter catcher. What are they counter catchering? Probably the Bidoof? Kill the draw power? Yeah. Okay. So if they kill that, right, now we... Okay, we bring the Blissey up, and we have to find... Okay, well, Nest Ball for... What? We don't have any Chanseys. Okay, that sucks. That sucks. Maybe we get a Hoothoot down here? Or a Joltik, a second Joltik might be the play. And we can happy switch to the Lightning onto this Joltik. And I kind of want to bump the stadium so that they're not charging up anything else. But then we get burned. Then we have to play pure top deck. Okay, let's go happy switch or return. And we get to draw 6 cards. And hopefully... Okay, we got boss. Let's see what they get. And we can attach an energy to the Blissey. And hopefully we have what we need to finish off this game. Curious to see what the strat is. So they bump the Area 0 Underdepths. Blissey's still an absolute monster here. Unfortunately, losing the Radzard, yep. And just fight with the Radzard. They probably have to find a Fire Energy. If they have to find a Fire Energy here, then we are chilling. Please tell me that's what they found. They're swinging for 250. Okay, yep, they hit the Joltik up. Sure, then we just win the game. All right. Yeah, Blissey EX kind of holding down the fort for the deck here. Them not wanting to swing into the Blissey because they know they're just not doing enough damage. And thankfully, the Blissey... Okay, so let's go and finish this off. We will just go and boss up that Cinderace. We'll swing for 180. Draw some more cards. And take that win. GG. So the item lock there, that definitely slowed them down with the Galvantula early. And that was really nice, in particular, being able to tank that hit from Radzard. And that was kind of scary, right? I thought we were dead. I thought we were dead, but we have 260 HP and not 250 HP. So 1 extra HP keeping us alive. And then the Fulgurite attack, which is fantastic in that particular scenario, not just because of the item lock, but also because the first attack is 110 damage unless you're against a EX or V, at which point that does 220. And because that's not an EX or V, we wouldn't have been able to one-shot the Radzard, but we were, while also getting the item lock with the Fulgurite attack. And then from there, Blissey EX on the bench, just kind of a steadying presence with the trumpets, attaching energy, being able to move energy to either get the Fulgurite attacks going across multiple turns, or being able to act as the secondary attacker there was fantastic. And they kind of opted to try and gust around to limit the amount of prizes, or like kind of keep themselves in the game while also not like wasting attacks on big Pokemon like this. But we were able to thankfully, thanks to that return attack, which lets you draw up to 6 cards, just draw into another copy of Boss's Orders and win the game. GG's. Before we get to this next match, 2 quick things. 1, thank you so much for watching this video up till this point. Truly appreciated. And 2, I was trying to get through my point in that first match before the match started of like, in these videos, I very much just laser focus on the match itself, and I don't really get a chance to talk with you guys in the same way that I get to chat with the stream. So I want to just ask you a quick question here. What's your favorite card in Stellar Crown? Let me know in the comments below. Now let's get to this next match. Dragapult deck? Okay. Let's see. Do we get to go first at least? Opponent's turn. Drifloon, but with the Xatu engine? Like, what are we... Guardy? I don't know what we're up against right now. Is this the new... I think I might know what this is. This might be the... Okay, let's see. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. But, we'll play it. We'll play it straight up. We'll go with the Jolting Charge or Fighting Energy. Let's go and grab ourselves a Joltik and a Bidoof here. And we can go and grab ourselves... Ooh, do we grab... Do I play Crispin now or play Crispin later? Arven gets me... Let's play Arven now. That way I can get Ultra Ball, and then I can play Crispin afterwards. Although that means they know... Jolting Charge. Let's go and grab... the grass and the lightning portion of this. So grass, lightning, almost messed that. Yeah, we have to alternate between those. Okay, and then we can get the item lock in on the following turn. I still don't know what the heck we're up against right now. Because the Xatu's not... Like, what are you powering up right now? Double Xatu is insane, but like there's no attacker in this deck. Is it Dragapult? Is it just Dragapult with other extra steps? Okay, it's Heatran. Heatran is Calamitous Stormy Mountain. One of your from their hand to 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. That's annoying. Okay, so we're just gonna spam Heatran again. Oh, okay, yeah, I get it. And then the Heatran's gonna blast for a lot. Got it. So that's actually kind of annoying. Let's go and we'll get the Galvantula in play. We can retreat the Joltik. And we can item lock them on the following turn. So let's go Sparkling Crystal. And I'm going to get rid of, unfortunately, get rid of this Galvantula, which could be kind of good. But I want to better set up here. And let's draw up. And we can start item locking on this turn. Let's go and get... Okay, we'll get the Hoothoot down. I really want... Yeah, the Glass Trumpet's not the worst, but we can just item lock here, Fulgurite, and then prevent them from playing any items this turn. I don't know how much that's going to impact, but let's see. If this whole deck it revolves around just attacking with the Heatran, at least it stops them from playing stuff like Earthen Vessel. Okay, item locked. They might be stuck. Okay, let's go and Crispin then for a... Let's go get the lightning and the fighting. And I will put the fighting in hand and we'll attach the lightning to the Galvantula. Now, we really have to get a Chansey down sooner rather than later. Oh, yikes. Okay, I'm going to burn the trumpet here and get... Hopefully we can like draw into a Chansey. That would be nice. Or something that gets us... Okay. Galvantula is not the worst here. Okay, we item lock again. Chansey, please? Nope, grass. Okay. Okay, they get the Fez. Now, where we're going to run into trouble is... Yeah, we can item lock for 3 turns, which is nice. How much damage is this doing right now? This thing does a lot. 720, 280. Yeah, if they get a fire energy, then we're just dead. We have to find a 60. This does 110. So we can one-hit KO this with the charged web if it really comes down to it. And yeah, 3 psychic energy is kind of silly on the Heatran. Yeah, they don't need that much. They could have saved 1 to draw in the following turn. Kind of silly. Really need a Chansey. Where is this Chansey, please? Okay. Is it worth item locking them again? Ooh, Powerglass is kind of good. That potentially gets us some stuff. Let's go and Crispin again. And this time, yeah, we'll grab... These are the last 2 energies here. So we're going to have to be careful. We can put either in hand and then just attach the lightning here. Yeah, we can item lock like 1 more time. Please, Chansey. Chansey. Out to Chansey. Okay. Yeah, let's go and Noctowl here. And we can grab 2 items. Let's go and grab... I think, yeah, we grab Nest Ball. And then maybe Ultra Ball? Yeah, Ultra Ball's good. Yeah, we have a Trumpet here, so... that in the immediate term, that gets us... Yeah, we get the Chansey. And then we can get the Blissey with the Trumpet on the following turn. Yeah, we good. We good. We Fulgurite. We item lock again. Our opponent's playing a silly deck. We're also playing a silly deck, so I think they're ready. Here comes the fire. It might be too late. To be honest, like especially if we item lock them again and they can't get the Heatran back, yeah, they're gonna get their Night Stretcher. Yeah, we just item lock the Night Stretcher and then they can't do it. That could be hilarious. So yeah, 560, ridiculous damage. This is where they're hoping to make their comeback. And I don't blame them. Let's go and get our Blissey up. Okay, Arven's nice. We'll get rid of Hoothoot. And I think we get rid of the... Let's get rid of a Grass Energy here. And we'll go grab our Blissey EX. I was going to grab another Chansey, but it looks like we don't have another one here. So let's not worry about that too much then. We will... Let's go Happy Switch. We will go move the energy off the Noctowl onto the Galvantula. And we can Glass Trumpet to the Blissey and the Noctowl here. And we can attach... Actually, we'll hold on to that energy. We'll hold on to that energy. And what do we want here? Actually, let's draw up. Let's draw up. And yeah, let's go and bump this stadium actually as well. And we have Boss. That's nice. Do we want that though? Yeah, we item lock again is what we do. We can get another... Okay, I think we get another Trumpet, actually. And we can grab the other Powerglass. I don't think they're... we'll hold off on using the Trumpet. Actually, you know what? Let's get the... I'll get the energy in play. I'll get the energy in play. Like, in a worst-case scenario, we can attack with the Blissey. But for the time being, let's go and Fulgurite again. 180, item lock. They're not getting that Heatran back. And then we boss KO. We boss KO the Pheasantipity, and this is done. And hopefully they don't Iono us here. Oh, Roseanne's back up. That gets them the... I think that gets them the Heatran back in the deck, but like now they have to still attach multiple energies plus the fire energy. Let's see it. Bring him out. Do you got it? Okay, Calamitous Snowy Mountain, that's fine. They'll probably just bring the Natu in. Yep. Oh, we completely locked this deck down. And again, not the most meta relevant deck here. Let's go and Happy Switch, and we'll move the Grass Energy at this point off of the Galvantula. And we don't actually have to, yeah, we're swinging for 220. So let's go attach the lightning, and then we will boss up the Pheasantipity for game. Swinging for 220, take the KO for the win. GG's. So we were not against a meta deck there in the Heatran, but absolutely a dangerous deck that I think we have to definitely have to respect there, because that Heatran, once it gets built up, can one-hit KO, and it's built with a bunch of items so that they can reuse the Heatran over and over again. And that can be absolutely deadly, but the Galvantula item lock prevents stuff like the Night Stretcher and the Super Rod from being able to get that Radiant Heatran back. I think they ended up using Roseanne's backup to get that out there, but then they can hand disrupt us, which left us boss's orders in hand, so we can knock out the Pheasantipity, and we were able to chain together the item lock pretty much every turn of the game, and could even do it again if we wanted to, but we wanted to just take the KO on that Pheasantipity EX. So cool Heatran deck. I think there's a lot of support now in the format with like Night Stretchers and stuff to make something like that more viable, but we're kind of showing the proof of concept of Galvantula being able to chain the item lock attacks over and over again. And yeah, it's a devastating effect on a deck like Heatran. GG's. There we go. That is a look at Galvantula EX. I will admit, this is a card that I have a lot of fun playing. I don't know if it's really worth it in this current format. I'm not, like, I've just ran into a bunch of games, and unfortunately I don't have them here, but like there are a lot of bad matchups for this deck. Raging Bolt absolutely annihilates this. Dragapult annihilates this. All of those turbo decks that are going after Regidrago annihilate this. Arguably, Regidrago annihilates this if they can get that turn 2 Dragapult and then just snipe out the Joltix. But I think the deck has a ton of it has some potential. It's definitely a lot of fun to play and frustrate your opponent with that item lock, and in certain matchups where that's really a factor, the being able to just force your opponent into not really playing the game while also doing pretty beefy chunks of damage to them at like 180 is very nice. And I do like the fact that the Blissey engine does help you move energy around and keep you a little more consistent. I have seen other versions of the deck. There's actually like one match I had to cut from the Terapagos one. Maybe I'll put that video up like separately or something. I don't know. But my opponent was playing with like a Bibarel Squovid, and they used a bunch of energy switches and stuff, and that was awesome too. So maybe we are still scratching the surface on what Galvantula can do. But for now, I got to get going. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helps you out upgrading your Galvantula deck, whether you're playing it on Pokemon TCG Live or in person. But yeah, those are just some tips from me. Before we go, you can find me on all the things: YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at InThirdPerson. You can find me on Twitch at InThirdPerson, where I stream the Pokemon trading card game every Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And check out the website inthirdperson.com for more articles and videos on video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. So until the next one, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.